Hey guys, LJ here from LJ Films, and today we have a product review here, and the product is Okii systems. And I've been waiting for this for a review, and I just love the system. And Okii system has great products, and I reviewed a previous one, which was the mini controller, USB mini controller, and I'm using it, I'm loving it, it's great. And I have a follow focus on hands to review to you guys. It is the USB follow focus controller. And this is one of the first units to come out with that USB controlling follow focus system that has been big game changer to the market. And let's see what comes in the box. First in a box comes with an actual unit itself. It is a nice aluminum finish. It's built like a tank. It has it's all metal. Provides you a quarter mount thread. You can mount accessories on here. A follow focus actual unit to actually control the focus, and random buttons that I don't actually get when you get it outside your box. But comes with a manual, user's manual, so you can read it and learn it. All right, so that's actually what it comes in the box, and comes with some iron wrenches. That's all there is to it. So the actual follow focus system works with a USB cable. That's why it's USB follow focus. I have a USB cable here to actually show you guys. This actual cable accepts the normal USB, just the USB you have, and goes to your mini USB onto your camera. Now, you might be asking, how would you use this system? It is simple. I gotta be honest, I don't read manuals, and I didn't read this. I'm honest. But straight out of the bat, I am clearly know how to use this system. I use the USB mini controller, and it pretty much works the same. And that's what I like about it. They have these products in a similar design with similar outfit and controls, so that, you know, once a buyer kind of upgrades to a new gear of their same manufacturers, so you can still use this without having the confusion of how to use this actual item. I'm not gonna go too detailed on what each buttons do. You can check it out by yourself on the website of their product. But I'm gonna go some specification and things I like and things I don't like. All right, first thing, it is built like a tank. The build quality, just great. Accepts USB follow focus. The size is just great. And all I wish is, I just wish the controller would be a little bit bigger. But if you have big hands, it'll be hard to control these wheels. But if you do have small hands, it's good. Next thing is, it provides you with an on and off switch, which can be a both pro and con, because you have the option to actually save the battery, and you also have the option to actually use it on when you need to use it without waste of battery. But the con of having the on and off switch is that if you have it on off, basically you actually start recording your camera and start using the follow focus, and your follow focus is not actually on, and you screw the shot. That's something to double check, and as a filmmaker, it is your responsibility to double check before filming. So I don't think that's a con. And next thing is, once you actually turn this system on, it tells you a color. It tells you if it's green, you'll be able to control the focus. If it's blue, you get to change the settings, which is amazing, without able to control the actual control settings from your camera. You get to set a focus zone. That is the favorite thing that I ever like about this USB follow focus. The mechanics itself is, this system is more of a machine instead of a actual gear that you see on 15mm rods follow focus systems, which are used in the actual Hollywood cinema lenses. But in this case, you can actually set a zone. What I mean by setting a zone is, for instance, let's say there's a situation that you want to do a rack focus from a certain object from here and there. You have your camera set on a tripod, on sticks, you have it on chest level, whatever that is, you have your camera set, and you know, you can put a focus mark if you do have a standard follow focus. But to be accurate, you can actually set a focus onto the item you want, set a zone for that, focus on the other item you want to focus on, set a zone on that, hit play, and your camera automatically focuses from here to there. How awesome is that? You will be able to do it without being able to use it on your hand and trying to guess which one is which. This has the option to do so. This is just great. Also provides you with a lot of controls, which actually tells you which you can step down, step up, turns on the live view, which is very convenient. If you have your camera on a jib, you'll be able to reach your camera onto the top if you have a jib on there, or to a Steadicam operator, which has to be on there for a long time. You can control the settings on here and control the focus systems at the same time. That is awesome. Also provides you with an on and off switch, which is great. Don't have to trigger from a, a third-party trigger, video trigger, whatever that is. There are a lot of stuff here. You can even zoom in. You can even autofocus. Settings are all written down in the show notes, so make sure to check it out. Next thing, let's proceed to the cons of this unit. Alright, so this Okii follow focus system works well with Canon lenses, and the reason to that is they thought of what actual DSLR system works, and they knew by that time that Canon DSLRs are ruling, and they're owning the world with HDSLR systems, so they knew that coming up with an item which is great for Canon DSLRs would be a big deal. So they came up with an item that actually works well with Canon lenses. And if you have a third-party lenses from Sigma or Tamron or Leica, Zeiss, this works well with USM lenses, ultrasonic lenses, such as, you know, the gold ring around it works perfectly. Works well with L lenses series, it's obvious. So once you actually get to move these focus systems, you actually get to see the USM lenses moving smoothly. All right. The actual con of this is if you actually use this on a cheaper lenses such as 51.8, which still works great, but if you have this on like a Sigma, Tokina, which is also great, but if you control the lenses, you kind of see that the jagged follow focus. So what I mean by that is, if you kind of control the follow focus, what it does is rather than, you know, setting the focus mark from a smooth motion, what it does is kind of skips and go to the mark. But you can actually solve that problem by actually setting the stops. So there are 3 far stops here. So the first one is once you move it, it is the minimum settings you can go. So the more you control it, the lesser the lens will actually focus on from the maximum point to the actual nearest point. The next stop is the medium, which is what I like to use often and a lot. So you'll be able to control, you know, easily. And the last one is the fast one. What it actually does is it switches fast back and forth. So what I like to do is use that on like music videos where you have, you know, a lot of rack focus going on. That is great because you don't have to use the audio. But since you're using the auto settings, you kind of hear the noise of the lens. But, you know, for its price, it's a great deal. And lastly, I want to finish this video off by saying that this item is a USB follow focus. This is not something, you know, a lot of Hollywood people uses because they have this electronic follow focus system, which is more generic to this industry. But being able to use a USB cable instead of those expensive gears with batteries and being able to connect this to your camera and operate it within a budget of, you know, a friendly budget, I think it's just a big deal. So check out this item. They're great. They have more great systems from Okii. And I also have another product here. That's an actual handle that I'm going to review in a few minutes. Check this out. Works great. Again, provides you with a quarter-mount thread. So your creativity expands on from there on. You can mount this onto a rig or a hot mount that I provided here. So you can actually put this on in front of your camera at the top, hot mount, articulating arm. You can place it anywhere. So without the use of the 15mm rods, I'll be able to control the focus just through a USB. Okay, now let's review the handle from Okii.net. All right, Okii systems are just great products. I have a lot of rigs for my camera, support rigs, to support my camera for stabilizing it and for extra support. They also provide you with handles, which is great. They are coming up with a lot of products, which is great to see. And I want to see more products from Okii systems. They're coming up with high quality stuff within a friendly budget. So aside from, you know, coming up with USB stuff that's kind of mechanic, they also provide rig systems. They don't have the actual support rig systems yet. They have 2 kind of handles, which is first just the 50mm rod handles, and other one which is kind of expendable. But I have here to show you guys the actual 50mm rods handle. All right, first impression, it's heavy, and heavy is always good because, you know, the heavier it is, the sturdier it is. And I have some handles which is, I'm not gonna mention names of what product that is, but what happens is if you attach the handle to your 50mm rods, and if you have a lot of heavy setup there, what happens is it slips. And once it slips, your thousands worth of gear goes on a waste. Not a good option, no. But in this case, within a friendly budget, without the, you know, pain to actually use a lot of money and break your bank, what it actually does is it's built aluminum. This is rubberized grip, and I have some rubber grips. And if you have a rubber grip, what it has is, you know, if you're in a weather which is very moist or very hot, what it happens, it kind of slips off. But this is hard, so no problems on that. I tried this with a 15 pounds rig, 20 pounds rig, works great, no slips, mounts there nice and tight onto your 50mm rods, no slips, just amazing. It is something that you have to check it out by yourself, and it is 100% recommended. This handle is strong, sturdy. So check it out by yourself. So if you want to check out more of these handles and the follow focus system, you can head over to Okii.net. They have, again, they're gonna come up with great products from now on, and they are just great company that come up with great products with great prices. So check it out, Okii.net, and you can find more content on my Vimeo, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.